Do you think America is really God's pick for the next big election in 2024? When it comes to faith and politics, there's no denying that America has always been a country deeply rooted in religious values. As we head into the 2024 elections, the question on everyone's mind is, does America still hold a special place in God's heart? For centuries, America has been known as a beacon of hope and freedom, with many believing that the country's founding was divinely inspired. While the Founding Fathers weren't all identical in their religious beliefs, they shared a common understanding that faith played a crucial role in shaping the nation's values and principles. This historical relationship between America and faith has continued to influence political choices, especially during election years. In this commentary, I'll break down the role of divine providence in America's political landscape and explore whether the country still enjoys God's favor today. Firstly, the concept of American exceptionalism is often tied to the idea of divine providence. Many Americans believe that the country has a special mission to fulfill, and that God has chosen the United States to be a beacon of hope and freedom around the world. Secondly, the country's history is filled with examples of divine intervention, from the American Revolution to the abolition of slavery. Many see these events as evidence of God's hand guiding the nation towards a more perfect union. Thirdly, the Bible teaches that God is interested in the affairs of nations, and that He raises up leaders and brings them down. If we apply this biblical principle to America, it's possible to argue that the country's prosperity is a direct result of God's favor. Fourthly, God's providence is not limited to grand historical events, it's also evident in the everyday lives of Americans. From the countless stories of hope and resilience to the numerous examples of community and charity, many believe that God is still actively involved in shaping the nation's character. Whether you agree or disagree, it's undeniable that faith continues to play a significant role in American politics. The 2020 election saw a significant surge in Christian voters, with many citing their faith as a key factor in their decision-making process. Similarly, Scripture teaches us that God is a God of justice, mercy, and compassion, values that are deeply ingrained in America's political psyche. Prominent figures like Billy Graham and Martin Luther King Jr. have long emphasized the importance of faith in shaping America's moral compass. Furthermore, American history is replete with examples of leaders who have sought God's guidance in times of crisis. From Abraham Lincoln's second inaugural address to George W. Bush's post-9/11 response, many presidents have turned to their faith in times of uncertainty. Of course, not everyone agrees that America is God's choice. Some argue that the country's role in global politics is more a result of its economic and military power than any divine mandate. Others point to the flaws in the American system, citing issues like racial inequality and political polarization as evidence that God has withdrawn His favor. In conclusion, whether or not America is God's choice for 2024 is a matter of personal belief. As a nation, we must recognize the significance of faith in shaping our political choices and strive to create a system that reflects the values of justice, mercy, and compassion that are core to our religious heritage. So, what do you think? Do you believe America is still God's chosen nation, or do you think the country needs to re-examine its relationship with faith? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're interested in exploring more topics like this, be sure to check out my video on the role of faith in modern politics. Thanks for watching.